It's half term in the UK, so I took Mini Dagger to a toy shop. Like I need an excuse to go into a toy shop. Daddy! That one! What? Daddy, can I have that? Daddy, I want that! Daddy, I want that! I need one of those! Daddy, can I have one of those? That one! Whilst I mostly shy away from buying new toys because they're really expensive and you can, get second-hand toys cheaper and, they're normally just as good. Certainly, I don't remember the last time I bought anything new Nerf. Actually, it was a lot of Hot Shocks. But then we stumbled across something which piqued my interest. Melee weapons. You've got these two, and there is a Ninja Warrior's sword. The blades, I don't know if you can see this, they are foam. They're reasonably solid foam, but you're not going to hurt anyone hitting them with them, which is, obviously brilliant for our hobby. The handles, watch a little bit, because they are solid plastic. And I want to talk a bit more about the pros and cons of that in a minute. But the first thing I want to show you is this. Now, this is my Dark Link Master Sword. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't look entirely real, but it looks pretty close to real. It's prop grade. It's reasonably squidgy. It's a bit firmer foam than those. But it's smooth and it's all beautifully painted and it feels nice. And I had to repair it because when I moved house it got a bit broken. But yeah, that was, that was about 30 quid. Ninja Warriors sword. That was probably a bit of a racist impression. Sorry. The foam on these is completely unfinished. They've literally just, it's basically like a bit of pipe lagging or a pool noodle, and they've just cut it to look like a blade and stuck it on there. So, if you want something that looks really effective, proppy, cosplayy, this isn't for you. But for our hobby, for playing with, we're a little bit less concerned about that, I suppose. The big difference is this was about 30 quid. These came in at £3.99 each. £3.99. Bearing in mind how much the Nerf brand swords tend to come in at, especially in the UK. For something in between those terrible brightly coloured foam swords that break in 5 seconds and the kind of more expensive like prop grade or Nerf brand melee weapons. They're all right. They're pretty good. They're not all floppy and horrible. They've got a reasonably decent core in them. The foam is probably not going to last as long as something more expensive. You're very unlikely to be hitting each other all that hard with them. So, I wouldn't worry about that. And these handles are plastic and held together with screws. So if you are so minded, and I haven't looked at this yet, but I would imagine that you can probably unscrew these handles and remove them, and just, make new blades out of a pool noodle or something for them. So, they've got a bit more longevity from that point of view. And apart from being hard plastic, which is never the kindest thing to your hands, the grips on these two at least, they're really comfortable, especially the pirate sword. The grip on the pirate sword. These were so designed for adult hands. They did not design these with kids in mind. They designed these thinking adults were going to run around with them and hit each other with them, let's be honest here. And they do feel like that. The opening in the guard on this one is plenty big enough for my really quite large hands, and it's not rubbing, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. So they're great. I am really pleased with them. This one is for Mini Dagger, and this one was bought for my girlfriend. Most boyfriends buy their partners flowers. If you want to know the way to a woman's heart, buy her a toy pirate sword. I have never seen her so pleased with anything I have bought her throughout our entire relationship. But realistically, if you're using them in a Nerf war, you're very unlikely to be pounding on each other with them. Oh God, I'm turning into Coop. If you play wars that allow melee weapons of some kind, you know, this is a good option for something that you're not going to be worried about taking out and losing or breaking. Especially if, for example, foam flinging skirmish, which happens in a woodland, I lost one of my Talon mags out there and I was not happy. But quite honestly, for $3.99, if I lost one of these out there or broke it, I wouldn't be too upset about it, let's put it that way. So yeah, the xshot swords. They're brilliant. I'm really pleased with it. It'd be interesting to see how well it holds up long term to battle use. But first impressions, really good. And quite honestly, for $3.99, does it really matter if they don't last that long?